gonest man who ever lived, according to his mother, was finally home again after a series of adventures which had delayed him for weeks. It was the Sabbath, but the Sabbath wasn't much different from any other day in Opelousas, Louisiana in the year 1829. Weekday or Sunday, the town was split down the middle, with the law-abiding on one side and the lawless on the other.
Royal master leads against the foe, forward into battle, see his banners go. Onward, Christian soldiers, marching as to war.
Get him out of town. Bust it up.
Why are you so worried about one little preacher, Curly?
Because he's always preaching about me.
The subject of my sermon for today is personal salvation.
Preacher, I think it's time you stopped this little show.
Well, whatever you're selling, this town don't need any.
If a man is looking for salvation, he doesn't have to travel far. All he has to do is search his conscience.
Folks around here don't want their consciences searched. It's against the law.
Now, isn't it about time you started to travel, preacher?
Gents, would you mind not making so much noise? I can't hardly hear the preacher.
I tell you what, preacher, you come across the street to Curly's, I'll buy you a drink.
Every time Pa comes to this town, you sloop people try and cause trouble.
He has a right to preach, so get out and leave us alone. Oh, now you talk mighty big for such a little boy.
Go on, get back, get back, get out.
Well, now, look at this.
Jim Bowie, you stop that fighting this instant, do you hear?
Hello, Mama.
Cousin Jim, and that's the knife.
Matt, Paul.
Jim Bowie?
That's right. Now, why don't you two fellas just put those knives away? Come and stand here, nice and quiet, and listen to Parson. Little preaching will do us all good. Wait a minute, I got a better notion. Cousin Homer, before you start preaching again, I think now would be a good time to take up a collection.
It's a good idea, Father. Can we, Pa?
Very well, boys. Take the collection.
Jim always did believe in switching things around, Ma.
Jim's the one that needs the switching.
Oh, Ma.
Fighting in the street during the service.
Well, you got it all wrong.
Well, now, come on, gents. You must have more on your conscience than that. Go ahead and search. Search hard. Search way down deep. Deeper. Well, now, that's more conscious than I've seen in a long time. It does you gents proud. Get along now. And tell Curly not to try any more tricks. This is a decent town. We aim to keep it that way.
Thank you very much for coming. I'll see you all again in a couple of 3 weeks.
Reason.
Glad to see you.
How are you?
Fine. Hey, why'd you shave off your sideburns?
Oh, ask Ma.
Huh? Hello, Mama. Aren't you going to give me a kiss? Aren't you feeling well?
You making an exhibition of yourself in front of Cousin Homer. How do you think I feel?
Thanks for the helping hand, Jim. Best collection plate I've had in years.
You're more than welcome, Cousin Homer. I don't believe Mama appreciates what I did. Her feathers all ruffled up the wrong way.
Well, we discussed that privately, Jim. I enjoyed your sermon, Homer. Why don't you drop by the house and have supper with us?
Thanks, Elvie, but the boys and I have to get started for home.
Well, I hope you can get back this way soon. Our town needs more than one sermon to set it straight. You get for home. I got some talking to do to you.
Yes, ma'am. I'll be right there.
Ma's got that look in her eye, Jim. You better hurry.
Yeah.
Show us the knife, Jim. Yeah, can we hold it?
Well, if your father says so.
I see no harm in showing you the knife, Jim. It's becoming quite famous.
Well, funny thing is, I can't think why. Now, don't cut yourself.
Isn't that a beauty? Man, what a knife.
So this is the knife we've all been hearing about.
Jim, my boy, do you mind if I make a fast drawing of this? I can sell all the copies I can make of it.
Some other time, Mr. Wells.
Oh, it'll only take a minute, Jim, boy.
Well, I'll bring it down to your smithy tomorrow.
Well, much obliged to you, Jim. Any of you boys want bowie knives, see me next week.
Well, I have to be going. Goodbye, Cousin Homer. It's been nice seeing you.
Bye, Jim.
Bye, boys.
Bye, Cousin Jim. Bye.
Why'd you let him do it?
Because I ain't a knife fighter, that's why. I'll go up against any man alive with my fists any day of the week.
Sure. Except Sunday.
Ah, cut it, Curly. Why are you so worried about this Jim Bowie?
Because he's just like his old man was. And if he has the same notion, I might as well close up. Preacher used to come into town, and old man Bowie would ride up and down the street with a squirrel gun over his saddle, threatening to shoot anybody that came in or out of my place. Had the whole town so scared nobody had come near me. And the old man died, and I got a breather. Now the town's just kind of getting used to me again.
Well, then what are you so worried about?
The Bowies are looked up to, respected. And if they get the idea that they're running things around here, they may just get the idea to run me out of town, just like their old man done.
Wait till he finds out you're taking his girl. You won't be run out, you'll be carried out.
Yeah, I've been thinking about that, too. But don't worry. I'll find a man that can beat him.
Doing what?
Knife fighting. I know a man that'll make Jim Bowie eat dirt.
You know, Mama, folks are going to think we picked up a saddle tramp. Oh, no fooling, Jim. It's awful good to have you home. Heard a lot about you.
You have, huh?
Yeah, I've been hearing too much.
Come on, Mama. Cousin Homer was real grateful.
I don't mean today. That was scandalous enough.
Well, we heard some tall stories about you, Jim.
You did, huh?
Where's that awful blade that people are talking about?
Well, this is it. Same one I used to scare off those hecklers. I give you my word of honor, I never use it except in self-defense.
Jim, that is a beauty. Well, that's better steel than my razor.
Well, Mama, now that you know the truth, how about a little kiss, huh? You haven't given me one yet. Come on.
You watch yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
What you really do is bad enough. I don't want folks making up stories.
No, ma'am.
Are you hungry?
Haven't eaten in a week. Just been waiting for one of your meals.
Well, then get washed up. And for heaven's sake, take those whiskers off.
You could shave with us, Jim.
I have. Huh? How's the cane crop?
Oh, it's fine, Jim. Just fine. Say, did you see any land up north you like?
Yes, it did. 2,000 acres up around Memphis. Bought it from General Jackson. General's going out of business because he's running for president. Fact is, I may do a little campaigning for the general myself.
You bought 2,000... What are we going to do with 2,000 acres, Jim?
Nothing. I already sold them.
Is that all?
That's all.
You want to borrow my new tie?
Huh?
I got a new tie you can wear. Hey, what's the matter with you?
Nothing.
Ooh, it must be something.
Reason? I'm in love.
That's nothing new.
Well, this girl's new. Greatest girl you ever saw. Blonde hair, big blue eyes. Quite a woman.
What about Sybil Key?
Yeah, that's just it. I gotta see her tonight. I'd sooner take a beating.
Well, just tell her.
You think it's that easy?
Sure.
Oh, no. Sybil thinks she's in love with me. Last time I saw her, she said she was crazy about me. I don't want to hurt Sybil.
You might just as well get it over with, kid.
Yeah, I suppose so. Hey, don't tell Mama. She'll think I'm fickle.
Why, you don't look like the same man. Now you look like a real boy.
And who's the prettiest girl this side of Memphis?
Jim Bowie, you're not leaving this house with that knife. That's no way to go courting a girl.
It's the only protection I got.
Well, Jim, tell her about the bear. That's why he wears it, Ma.
That's right. You see, one
Yes,
day...
I know. You had it made to protect you on the trail from bears and things. I've been traveling that road from here to Opelousas for many years, and I have yet to see a bear. You know, a knife is like a gun. If you're carrying one, there's always the temptation to use it. Now, Jim, you leave that knife home.
All right, Mama. If I get eaten alive, you'll be sorry.
And I'll be surprised, that's for certain.
Well, here I go.
Good luck.
Thank you. Howdy, Clarence.
Hi, Jim.
You take Jezebel over to the warehouse and check my furs for me?
Sure, Jim.
Thank you. Here you are.
Bowie's in town. Just went into Katie's place.
Well, now you watch how you pick a fight with Bowie. He's smart and he's tough.
Don't let it worry you, Curly. I learned a knife fight against the Indians. I'll take care of this boy like he was a little papoose. Huh? How are you going to get him over here?
Don't worry. I'll get him over here.
Hello, Sybil.
Hello, Jim. Been gone a long time, Jim.
Yeah, it must be 4 or 5 months, maybe.
7 months?
Oh, yeah, I guess it is.
It's almost a wonder you remember me.
Couldn't forget you, Sybil. Couldn't forget you.
Jim, there's
something
something
I
I
have to...
just gotta tell you.
Yes, Sybil?
I'm engaged to be married.
Engaged?
Well, you were gone for so long, and... Well, I just got tired of waiting. I'm going to marry a gentleman that wants a wife and stays home long enough to appreciate her.
Well, how about you and me?
You're not the marrying kind, Jim.
Why, sure I am.
Don't love me. Never did. I was just somebody to make love to.
No, you weren't. You were... I mean, I was... Well, who is this gentleman?
Curly. Curly Lambert.
Curly Lambert, the saloon keeper, the gambler?
Don't you approve, Mr. Bowie?
Why, you deserve better than Curly Lambert.
Meaning yourself, Mr. Bowie?
Yeah. You know. Well, hello, Curly. Well, congratulations.
Thanks. Maybe we ought to buy Mr. Bowie a drink just to show him there's no hard feelings.
Well, the drinks are on me, Curly. After all, I'm the loser, aren't I?
It's mighty sporting of you, Mr. Bowie. Shall we go to my place?
Yeah, fine, fine. Oh, goodbye, Sybil. Sure hope you'll be happy.
Thank you, Jim. Wish the same to you, too.
Let's have a drink, Pete.
As long as we're drinking, Curly. Tell your man to give us something that isn't cut with dishwater.
That's what I like about you, boy. A man always knows where he stands with you. A bottle of Monongahela from under the bar there, Pete.
Uh-huh. Well, Curly, here's wishing you a happy married life.
Well, that's mighty friendly of you, boy. Here's luck to you, too.
That bottle's taken, mister.
Oh, so you think I'm not good enough to drink out of the same bottle, huh?
That's exactly what I think.
All right, boy. You asked for it. Now I'll give you a real lesson with a knife.
Nice reception party you planned, Curly.
Well, this sort of thing happens in any bar, boy. You hurt Bilot's feelings. Why don't you apologize to him?
All right, I apologize. I'll buy you a drink, Bilot.
No, you won't, boy. Been hearing what a great knife fighter you are. All right, draw your knife. You have the honor of fighting with me. Bilot!
I'd like to oblige you, but I'm not carrying a knife.
Don't try any of your tricks on me, boy.
It's no trick. I haven't got a knife.
Red! Take a look, Red. I don't trust him. He hasn't got a knife on him. Oh, what do you know?
You're paying me to do the job. Let me finish it. All right, take it easy. Your turn will come. That's enough, Red. Let him out. Let's get him on his feet. Now, let me give you some advice, boy. Don't try to be a big man in this town. And don't try to interfere in my business. Now, get out of here and stay out. Thanks for the drink.
And if you come back, boy, bring your knife. I'll be waiting.
It's Jim. Jim. What is it? What happened?
Jim, what happened, son?
Oh, nothing much, Mama. I just ran into that bear. Come on.
Why don't you eat something, Jim? You haven't eaten enough to keep a bird alive for the last 2 days.
I'm not hungry, Mom.
All right. It's my fault. I know what you're thinking.
Oh, I'm not blaming you. You just got to realize this raw country. It's not fair to ask a man to go around unarmed.
If you'd been carrying your knife, you'd have used it. Instead of a fist fight, it'd have been a knife fight. He who lives by the sword dies by the sword.
Well, there's one thing that's worse than one man being killed. That's a whole town being killed. We've always been looked up to in this community. Papa helped make it a good town, and he died for it. Now you're asking me to turn the other way while a lot of riffraff run decent people off the street.
Oh, sorry I'm late for dinner, Ma.
We didn't wait for you, son.
Hey, Jim, that new steam piston, I left it in the barn.
Huh?
If you need my help.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Reason.
We'll be right back, Ma.
Don't be long now.
Well?
Curly's knifeman is still strutting up and down the main street, telling everybody what he's going to do to you if you show your face in town.
Look, Reason. Opelousas our hometown. It's where we live. I let him chase me out, he can chase everybody out. Then him and Curly Lambert can run this town, suit themselves.
I understand, Jim, but I'm afraid Ma doesn't.
Well, I know what Papa would have said. He'd have said, I gotta face this man right now. Or else crawl on my hands and knees the rest of my life. And I don't like crawling.
Neither do I, Jim. Bowie's never made a practice of crawling. Maybe you better ride into town and have a showdown with this fella.
That's more like you, Mama.
Jim, I think I'll ride along, just see you get fair play.
Reason. Saddle my horse, too.
Hey, the Bowies are coming! Hey, the Bowies, they're coming!
Hey, look at this.
Curly, hold on. Boys are in town.
Hey, now, I've been waiting for you, Mr. Boy. I see you have your knife with you. You ready for that little fight now?
Yeah, I'm ready. You hear that, everyone? This man challenged me to a fight with knives, which I accept. Providing, as the injured party, I can choose the conditions under which we fight.
Is that all right with you, Billat?
He can name any conditions he wants. It's all right with me.
All right, let's go to the mill pond.
Mill pond? Why the mill pond?
You'll find out.
Understand now? You're not to draw your knives until your logs are pushed away from the shore. Are you ready, Bowie?
Ready.
Ready, Billat?
I'm ready.
Then go!
All right, hold it, Curly.
You got him?
All right, Jim.
Well, Sybil, you're gonna make this a honeymoon. You'd better hurry.
Why, I'd just die an old maid before I'd marry a man like Curly Lambert.
Well, Curly, you heard the lady. Now get going. And as long as there's a Bowie in Opelousas, don't you come back, any of you.